Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to a brand new video. This week is something a bit special because this is the DMC challenge for this month, and it's September, so it will be the Alzheimer's challenge. Paint it blue, as we call it. So there you go, paint it blue. So there we are. So the challenge is to paint any vehicle blue. So I've decided to do a tour bus with a little bit of a twist to it. Nothing fancy, but it's just going to be a little bit different. So if anybody was wishing, what we do, we donate money, put it in a pot. Put it in a pot. We do a fundraising page for the Alzheimer Society on this month of September. If you go on to the DMC Facebook community page, and you'll see it on there. So if you're willing to donate or wishing to donate to the Alzheimer Society, it goes direct to them. We don't have a hand in it. So, you know, it's a fundraising page. The more the merrier. And it all goes to a good cause for a very, very bad illness. So there you go. So that's on the DMC Facebook page. You go across there and you'll see it. Fundraiser. Oh, here we go. I'm dropping the camera now. Anyway, as you watch this go round, I'd just like to welcome any new friends of the channel. Welcome aboard. Welcome back all the old friends of the channel. Thanks very much for your continued support. So let's get it off the magic, get it on a bench, and see what we can do with this baby. Alrighty then. Let's have a look at this. So I'm just trying to get my dog's leg out of the way. He's got right behind me. Okay. Let's have a look at this. Corgi bus, Devon General, painting. There you go. So we're going to do, we're going to turn this into a DMC, Diecast Molders Community tour bus for the Paint It Blue channel for the Alzheimer's. Like I mentioned earlier, it's for a good cause. Okay, now plastic base again. So I've just got a suitable size drill bit and just drilled these. Yeah, alright. So we'll get the screwdriver now. I always wary of plastic bases. I'm not a fan. So we should be able to get underneath. And there's access just there. Let's have a look. There you come. There you go. That's the top bit out. Yeah, I'm always a little bit wary of these things. And there's the back ones out. So just be careful you don't have too big a drill bit. Because you don't want to make these holes any bigger than they really are. Because it makes it difficult to put the screws back in or rivets if you get them too big. Alright, let's have a look. So that's the base. These are the wheels. That's bent. Look at that. I think these will just pull out. But they've got tyres on, so we can take the tyres off. For cleaning purposes, I think I'm going to spray these wheels. They'll be black probably, or a dark blue to go, because the DMC's like light blue and dark blue. So that's that. Now what we've got here now, that. Okay, there's a rivet. There's a post there. Will this interior come out? Or we got to do a lot more work? Oh no. Good, that's come out. That's something. Okay, so the interior will stay the same colour. Will the glass come out? It's a shame this grass looks. That's a shame. You can't. Will this glass come out? There's no reason why it shouldn't come out. Looking at it. It's a bit tight. Sometimes that loosens it off a little bit, but not in this case. I'm reluctant to push on the side windows because it looks like they're cracked. I just thought there might be glue marks or something, but no, it looks like they're cracked. There's nothing really holding this in here, but I need to get it out to get these posts here. Now that, I'm just looking to see here, that post there will release this piece, which goes I don't know whether that piece will just lift up. Or is it attached? I can't see it. Is that attached to that? Right out of there. So I'll lift that up. Got the crap around here. There's some glue or something around there. I don't know what that was all gunk's all about, I don't know. See if we can lift again. Can't see it being attached. Right. Anyway, let's try and get this. Really want to get that glass out, to be honest with you, because I want to put pressure on this because it looks like it's not really being peened over that much. It's coming. There you go. That's off. Just got that off. That's got that off. That and that sits behind there. Yeah, that's not broken, it just sits behind that radiator. Yeah, you can see where they've glued it on, look. Oh, that's glue. Daubed the glue on that one. Right, see if we can get a bit more access to the window. Ah, there you go, look at that. That's come out now. So there must have been some sort of pressure on there. Yeah, this is taking a bit of time, I know. But if you've not done one of these before and you want to do one, then I'm sure, yeah, look at that. That's a flipping shame. But it's not gone right through. It's just shattered on there. Yeah. I might just have to use it. I'll think about that. I'll think about something to do with that. See what I can do anything with that. That's that, that's that, that's that. Right, so now we're here. And we've got to get this top off. Look at this here. You've got a post there. I find this interesting. There's a post there. But this, it's weird. It's a weird looking thing, that is. So I don't quite know what we're going to do to fill that out. This might be a bit too small. I'll try this one first. There's something crackling. Yeah, it's a little bit better now. Oh, I got it. Yeah, this comes in. Yeah, this comes in 2 halves. Look. There you go. That's going to make it tricky to paint, isn't it? Yeah, and in order to get that interior top out, you've got to split this. Wow. Okay. Right, there's a slightly bigger drill bit on that there, on that back end one. Try that. Yeah, sorry it's taking time, but I might have done it. You're still a bit tight. I do like the sound of that. Oh, come on. Got me nearly there now, surely. Can't see anything else that's holding it in. Oh, flipping it, Tilly. Look, come on. Come on. Don't come back up here again. Sorry about that. The dog wanted to go out and I had to open the gate to get him out. Where were we? Come on, it just took 12 minutes. I was get this. Ah, there you go. Right. Right, it's done. I'm just debating now, looking at that, whether when I paint it, to try and keep it all the same, will we just snap that back together again to paint it. It might be prudent to snap that back together again. Mind you, I might do that different blue around there. If I do that different blue, we'll see. I'm digressing there. Right, so that's stripping. Oh, I nearly forgot the pole. There you go. So now we're ready to go. I don't know how this paint is going to come off here, because it's a fairly recent, I say recent, but it's not one of the older Corgis, so it might take a bit of getting off. We'll see. Okay, here we go then. There's our bus, DMZ bus, all paint stripped. Took a while. Not too bad, not too bad. A bit rough in there. Casting's a bit rough in there. I think we'll get away with it. This is top half. Not keen with all this lot here. Very rough there. But luckily, Andy's decals are quite thick. They'll cover that. I have smoothed it out best I can. So the decals should cover that easy enough. Tommy's got primer on it and everything else. So, yeah. Which way around it goes now, that way, isn't it? Yeah. So now we're going to get some primer on. Okay, now the bus is all painted in this blue, medium blue. This one I thought I'd go for medium blue. Top, you can still see them, but they're going to be covered over with the decals anyway. Now I've cleaned all these, and I've left the red on there, because I think that helps it out a little bit. So when you put that on there, and then stick that on top, you've got a little bit of a contrast with the colour. So I think is going to be all right. So that's that. So I'm going to do now, I need to put decals on before I lacquer it. And I've seen to, I've done the, I've done the wheels, painted them black, put the tyres back on, but I've seemed to have mislaid a tyre. There was 4 tyres on there. Pretty sure there was. I'll check back on the video, but I'm pretty sure there's 4 tyres on there. Now I've misplaced a tyre, so I've got to go hunting for a tyre. Now what I'm going to do with the base, it's a good fit. It clicks on nicely, so what I'm going to do is, and because they're blue there, I'm just going to put a little drop of Super Duper behind that to keep that on there, because it's quite, like I say, it's quite tight. So that's all right. We've got the bar. So the decals, where have I put them? There they are. I have lacquered them all. So we're going to sort through the decals. I'm thinking of having one on one side, that on one side, and then that one on that side. And then we've got obviously destination board we can put on, this one, that one there, 42 swad on that, on there. And is there any on the, maybe a 42 on the back there, in the middle of there, number there. I think we'll be all right on there. Got number plates if we can get them on. Little square one in there. That one I'll probably do, the smaller one on there. And I don't know where the front one will go. I don't know. I've got the wing here somewhere. What have I done with the wing? I guess I've lost that and all. Oh no, it's just down the house. We've got the front wing to go. Oh, I've got to paint it as well. Bugger. Yeah, because the wing's separate, I forgot to take the paint off it, and I forgot to bring it up here to paint the flipping thing. Anyway, that's by the by. I can do that in a minute while the decals and lacquer's drying. Yeah, so there we go. So that's where I'm. So I'm going to cut all these decals, choose the ones I want, and then we'll get on it. Oh, he's also given me some. Is that one there? Oh. And he's also given me like the Alzheimer Society, so we might stick that one of them on one of them squares down the bottom on both sides, or we might stick one. We'll find somewhere to put it anyway. So that's cool. So I'm going to cut these out now, and we can get on. Yeah, I think I'll put the. I'll pick the. Yeah, that one will probably go. I mean, two minds. Whether put that one on the front or that one on the front. I think that one might be better on the front. It's bigger, isn't it? On the front of there. And maybe one of that smaller one on the back. Yeah. Right, let me cut these out, get them sorted out, make your mind up, and then we'll get on. Right, let's get some decals on here then, shall we? I'll just put these in warm water there, see how we get on. Yeah, I think not too bad. Just give me a little bit of shake of the lamb's tail in there. Right, okay. So, I'll get this one right. I want to go from this end here. Pretty good. Even though I put lacquer on these, I'm always wary of rubbing too hard on these type of decals. I haven't had a problem with Andy's decals, to be honest with you, at all. But it's just what you do, isn't it? So I've decided to go with that, and to fill that in, I'm going to put the Alzheimer's at the end. So I'm just going to drop that in there. I'll just quickly show you the other side that I've already done. There you go. Yeah. So that's that side. So I'm just going to do this side now. It should be good. It's all good. I'm going to get this. I'll put this one on here, and then I'm going to carry on doing the rest, because there's a few fiddly bits and pieces in here I need to do. And I'll show you when it's all done. Give me a second or two. Let's check that. There you go. That should be okay. Should be good to go. My scissor cutting is not exactly the straightest in the world, I must admit. But I'll try and join that there. Should look something right, shouldn't it? Right, we're going to dab that off with a bit of cloth. Always get some of the extra water off. Helps it stick a bit. We should have made that a little bit shorter, but it'd be alright. Alright, so that's them two, and we can lift her up and Have a look at the front ones now. Going to try and get this on a seesaw motion. There's not a lot of room in front of this camera. So what I'm going to do is get that bit of wet paper out of the way first. Where did I have it? Oh yeah, there's these two at the front, wasn't it? I put the small swaddling coat and the 42 on the front, and then the big swad on the back. Big swad. Right, let me carry on with this then, and I'll show you when it's finished, because it's a bit awkward. There's not a lot of room here to manoeuvre this around. Right, it's a quick one. That's the decals on the side, all dried. There and there. Number plate on the back. On the top. Here, I'll take the seats out. DMC are on tour, Alzheimer's. 42 swad, 42. Yeah, unfortunately that didn't cover as much that roughness as I hoped, but never mind. 42 swad on the back. Like I say, kept that red interior, that red line, so that'll go on there, and then eventually that'll go on top of there, and I think that looks alright. So what I'm doing at the minute now, where you know buzzing in the background, is this glass is too bad, so I'm going to cut this section out here, and I've got a bit of, where have I put it? There it is. I've got a bit of this clear plastic. I'm going to stick that behind there, and that'll go in, which side is it? That side. It'll go in like so. Yeah. And I find that quite successful that way. So what I'm doing in a minute is cutting out this here. So I've just done down there. I've just laid a bit of tape on here, so I know how to go. I'm going to cut that side of the tape there. I've cut that side. I'm going to cut this side here, just behind that pillar there, so you won't see it, and then run it across the top. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'll just show you this bit. I'm not going to do it all because I need to concentrate on this one. I've got this cutting disc in here. So what I'm doing is just going to cut along that line there. There you go. So I've done that. I'm going to go along this top and cut that. That's where I need to concentrate to try and keep that as straight as I can. Alright, so that's what we're doing. So I'll get back to you when I've cut that. Hopefully the idea is cut that out and either stick that clear piece behind it or stick the clear piece to that. Might be better. Stick the clear piece to that, and then that will slide in alongside it. Okay, and then I've got to clean this bit up here where I started sanding it, and then we're ready to do the details. Well, there we go. Right, we cut that out. That's all cut now. Cut that out and clean it up a little bit. Still got to sand that bit, but this is how it's going to go. That's going to drop in there like so. And we'll get this piece that we've cut and we slide it. I made enough room for it to slide in there. That's sliding up underneath there like that. Okay. And then it's all glued in place. There you go. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it. That should be okay like that. Just going to clean that bit now. So keep that safe. I don't want to ruin that or lose it or something. Yeah, so that needs to go further up. There you go. Right, we'll get cleaning that bit then. Alrighty, right, we moved a little bit forward. What I've done here, this all lacquer's all dry now on top of there. As you saw in the previous clip, the window's all cut out ready to go and it fits. So I decided to glue this together last night, give it time to dry overnight. I painted the black matte in there before I put the top on there. So we're all ready to go. I'm going to put some details in. There is one thing I did notice, I didn't notice at the beginning, was there's a light missing on the front. I've done the grill, that's the grill. Okay. Yeah, there's a light missing off this light bar. So what I've done, I've gone in one of my yesteryear things and I found another light there. But I'm not going to put, I did put this on here, but every time I put the grill on to test fit it broke it off because it's very close. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on very, very last after it's all done. Okay, so I'm going to leave that in there. All right, so that's that, and that's that done there. So the window, like I say, is all done. So we're getting there. That's all done. Got the stripper pole to put in a minute when we put the base on. So I'm going to put a few details on here. I've got to paint these lights and do them red and do them orange, presuming they're stop lights and they're indicators. Do that bar chrome or silver. Not a lot else. Door handle there. I'll probably do the filler cap. Okay, I'm not impressed with this casting, to be honest with you. It's not one of Corgi's better castings. It's a bit crap. On hindsight, I wish I'd sanded that down now before I put the decals on. You can still see it underneath. I thought you wouldn't be able to because the decals are quite thick. But that's my mistake. I own up to it. This side's all right. But yeah, it's not great. I mean, at the end of the day, it's basically all plastic surrounded. It's got a main casting and it's all plastic. So I'm gluing a lot of this together. I'll glue that together. I'm going to glue the base on. So anyway, enough of that waffle. Let's get on with some, doing a little bit of detail paint. I'm not going to do a great deal on this one. So let's try and keep it in camera shot if I can. I might have to lift this up a little bit. Because it's quite big. I've got my go-to metal paint and a half decent paintbrush. So we'll get these backlights in here. Just do the bit of silver on those. Yeah, for those of you who are new, you put, if you're going to do lights, how I do mine is I put a silver base down and then I use the Tamiya clear orange and clear red. Now a lot of people, you can buy the pens, marker pens, felt pens or whatever. I think I've got a couple here. Is that one? Yeah, that's a Posca. I've got a silver, I've got a red, and I've got a orange. But they're nice to use, don't get me wrong, but the orange is too toy-like, for my opinion. So I don't use it. So I guess I'm going to go with this. And as per usual, when I started painting, detail painting, the fly comes in. I always keep a cocktail stick handy, because you go over a little bit with this, you can just wipe it off before it goes hard. Not like that though. Yeah, it's a bit iffy that, because that moulding is not as good as that moulding. There you go, that'll do. That's that one. Shall we do next? Yeah, these down the bottom here. This is really shiny. This is. Yeah, you can use these if you want, if you've got them. For, well, I got these. You can use them for dotting lights and stuff if you want to. I do use those, depending on what the surface is like, to be honest with you. But I do sometimes find the paintbrush has got nice control. Keep going back to this cocktail stick today. Just showing you that if you go over and you're using this sort of paint, you can get rid of it before it goes too hard. That's just generally what you can do. Whoops. Yeah. Well, that's that. So let's just try and get this bar done at the back here. I'm handshaking this morning. Don't know why, but it is. Going to get to support it right. It's good if you can support your hand while you're doing this. Nice and steady. There you go. Right, let's do the other side. If you can, support your hand. If you can't, some people like to support the model and use two hands to hold each other. Well, you know what I mean. You can hear music in the background. It's my neighbour next door, sits in his little sun shed about this time of day, strumming on his guitar. So you might only just hear it in the background, it's quite faint. Alright, so that's that. Right, I'm going to carry on doing the odd one or two bits of details, and then we'll get back, and I think it's will be assembly time. Okay, here we go. Let's get this back together again. Now what I've done, I've glued that light in. Here's a stringy bit there, look. I glued this light in because it kept dropping out because it has to go round that post and round there. Because that's where this other one sits on the end here, over there. So I glued that in, and I've also put the window in there, that window in there, because when I was dry fitting it, I noticed if I didn't glue it in, when I put the interior in, it was catching on this piece here, which was to do with the back seat there, that little lip there. You can just see it, that little lip there. So I needed waiting for that to set. So it's a bit of a mismatch, this one, of, you know, gluing and fiddling about. First of all, we'll get the interior in, get the glass in. It's got to go right down as far as it can go. That one. You see now, you can see now that's so right there, that piece worked a treat. That's to go right down, make sure that's right in. Because this here, this part of that back light was catching on this here interior, just there. So now that's in. Bum, bum, bum. Where are we going next? Yeah. Now this one, we have to push it from there, get it in, slide it in that way. Get it in that way. And then we have to bring it back to avoid the back of that light by that post. Just, there you go, that's it. Bit of a pain in the backside, isn't it? Then, I'm not sure where to put. Yeah, we'll slide this radiator in. Make sure that goes on all right. Yeah, that's on all right. You see how much room I've got to glue that light on there. That's in. Right, stripper pole. That'll drop in there. It should do anyway. Yeah, it's big enough. I will drop that in. Now the wheels and axles, that should be fun. Because last time I tried this, they're falling about all over the place. So let's get that one at the back there. We've got to try and hold these and flip it over. Should be all right there and there and there. Right, I'm going to push them down a bit now. I just need to just make sure that it goes right down. There's a little bit catching on that bit there. Should be alright there, should be right there. Bowls in place, front's in place. I'll just put that down there like that, so you can see it. And it's rolling. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue that base on, I'm going to glue this light on, and then we'll get it on the magic, yeah? Well, this is what we started with. Old Corgi Toys open top touring bus. There you go. Bit scraped up. Muck on the windscreens. Everything else. So have a look at this and see what we do with it. See what you think. Have a look at this. Here we go then. This is our Alzheimer Society Painted Blue Challenge for the DMC. It's a DMC tour bus. Not the best casting in the world. I've seen better, worked with better. But it's an open top bus is what I was after. So there you go. 42 swat on the back and the number plates. Yeah, there you go. Well, it's a bit of fun. I enjoy doing this one every year, painted blue. Like to be a little bit different. I'd just like to thank again Andy Bourne from Andy's Diecast Garage Restorations for doing the decals for me. Thank you very much, Andy. Much appreciated. And they went down a treat, mate. There you go. Okay. I hope you like this. And I look forward to your comments on this one. And what we got next week? Oh, it says purchases and donations next week. So I don't think I've got an overlot, so it will only be a fairly short video. So I will see you there then. So whatever you're doing, be happy. Hopefully you'll be lucky. And we'll see you all again next week. So bye for now. Oh, that's a close-up. There you go. See you on.